How's it going, Sha?
It's not too bad, you know. I did a comedy show this morning at 10 a.m.
Whoa, why?
Right? I mean, yeah, I mean, by the time you guys listen to it, it will have it's already happened. But anywho, yes, Maria Bamford,
Oh,
the
dope.
fantastic Maria Bamford was in New York for a little while, and she is working out some material, and she likes to work in the morning. She's a morning person. So what she
Okay.
normally does is she will on Twitter invite someone. She's like, text back, if you're available to go to this coffee shop at, 9:30, 10:30, whatever, and sit and listen to me for about 45 minutes. And, I'll buy you coffee and give you a shirt or something. And she's got such rabid fans. Of course, they want to do it. So, but she usually does it like one-on-one. But she got this deal to do it at the place where I teach, Brooklyn Comedy Collective. They worked something out. So for 3 days in a row, she did 10 a.m. shows. And the three people who teach stand up, we each opened for her for one of those days. So today was my day to do that.
That's fantastic, yo.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah, and it was a full room, and it's a way of, but it's also like, great, get on with your day. I usually, my day job starts at 10. So you would think I'd be in my right mind, but I was not. I was the kind of 10 o'clock where somebody shows up late and like, oh, wait, where are my work keys? Like that's usually my energy around 10. I don't become a person until like maybe 12:30.
Yeah.
So that's how the jokes were delivered. But yeah, it was great. It was fantastic.
That's so dope. I did one early show. I can't imagine doing that too often.
Yeah.
I did a show for not including Zoom shows online. I did a show for new parents in Brooklyn. It was like parents and their toddlers. And
I was going to say, were children involved?
Yeah. I've done like 2 shows like that for like kids. One of them was morning, like around like I guess early afternoon, 11, and another one was like at 4. But it was both for like parents. And I've done like brunch shows, but like 10 a.m. is wild.
Yeah, and it was, sold out. There were people there.
That's dope.
There were people there. It was nice, but it also was just like, hi. I am happy that I had the presence of mind to hit record on my phone.
Hell yeah.
Because I was like, well, Bamford ain't the only one out here trying to figure out some new jokes. So let me just, while these brains are fresh and wet, let me say these things and see if they got any life to them. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
That's such a dope concept, yo. Real talk. I love the idea. Like, it really like shows that like people will meet you where you at, man. Like,
yeah.
If you go, I'm a comedian, but like, I need to be in bed by 7. And like that is so not the norm. And she's found her tribe.
Yeah, absolutely.
She found people that's like, nah, that clicks for me.
Yeah, I can do that. Great.
Yeah. And they show up. That is fire, yo. Real talk, yo.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
It was nice. It didn't, a little bit of it of me trying to get ready for it to do comedy at an odd time did kind of remind me of like the Zoom shows, the COVID Zoom shows. And, I did a few shows, which I believe you did too, some shows where they were based in the UK. And so I'm like having to figure out the math of like, how do I, they're okay. So that's right. So that's 1 a.m. Got it. It's just what,
Yeah, nah, it's trippy. The thing that was weirdest to me about Zoom is the extension of that like not only would it be at weird times for me, but that members of the audience were at different points in their day. So like I'd have like someone that was like on the beach mid-afternoon in one country and someone else like I'm getting ready for bed
Right.
and that's just such a weird headspace, and they're so different that like I don't like, like normally like when I go into a room, like like the comics will be like, oh, you on the midnight show? Oh yeah, they're gonna be a little rowdy. Like it was all the shows at once.
Yeah, it's very strange to like try to read a room when the rooms are everywhere.
Yeah.
And the only space that you're in is probably by yourself in a room with a light shining at you. And they're at least cozy in their houses or wherever they are. Everybody's like reclining and stuff, and you're just in here by yourself, just sweating. And those were wild. And also, like, for the first time, really being mindful of time, like time zones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I did when we settled on a time to do our my roommate and I to do our taste testing show, we were like, what's not too late here, but at a good evening time out west? So like, how do we catch these people on a Sunday? Like, how late do I want to be up eating this stuff? I still have to go to bed and get to work. Like, so do I want to be up eating like 15 flavors of Triscuit at 11 p.m.? No, I don't think so.
Real talk.
So, yeah, just trying to figure that out and acknowledging, okay, here's what time it is. Like, I don't know. That was there. I mean, we learned a lot from those COVID days and trying to connect. But that's one of them. So like a 10 a.m. show, I'm like, yeah, sure.
I'm about that. I feel like, because I've noticed that like after I perform, I'm revved up, and that's a dope way to do it. Because like, I just got revved up to tackle the day. Whereas like, I'm the opposite. I'm like revved up, and now like, where do I put that energy at 1 a.m.?
Yes, exactly. Huh. Yeah, so I was able to go to the grocery store afterwards and buy some fish that I'm going to cook, because in the moment I was like, I'm going to cook fish. Not after, but at some point today, I don't know why I would think that. I'm literally leaving on a trip in the next day and a half, so I better cook and eat this fish immediately. But
Yo, shouts to Maria, changing how we think now.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It was a lot of fun.
All my shows 10 a.m. going forward.
Oh boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, we've also recorded episodes at 10
Yeah, we've done some different times.
Yes, right. And you hear it in the voices. You hear, especially mine. My vibe is different. In the morning, I'm like, what? And then in the middle of the night, I'm like, huh? But it's a different, you see, the one was what and the other was huh. Totally different vibes.
Oh, yeah, but you gotta appreciate the nuance,
Yes.
I'm about it, yo. Real talk. I dig it. I'm glad it went well.
Yeah.
Experience something new. I'm excited to do my first 10 a.m. show.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you do an hour.
All my shows are gonna be 10 a.m. at corner stores. That's gonna be my thing.
That's probably not a bad time for a corner store.
Real talk. It was right after the deli rush for the morning, before the evening
before lunch. Yeah,
the afternoon one. Yeah, yo.
Good. And no one's like, the kids are in school, so there's no like
telling you,
afternoon school. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not
a bad idea. I'm bringing the store's business, during the time when they're not normally making business. Hey, I got 40 people in here, snack heavy. My target demo. They're gonna ask a lot of sandwiches.
Snack heavy.
They're gonna want a lot of heroes. So be ready. Cold cuts. I'm inspired. New show. Coming soon. Let's get into the news.
All righty.
Delta flight forced into an emergency landing by passengers' diarrhea. That's right. I love the New York Post. It was a crappy situation. That's right.
Oh, boo. Boo.
A Delta flight from Atlanta to Barcelona was forced to turn around and make an emergency landing after a passenger had diarrhea all the way through the plane. The Airbus A350 aircraft was 2 hours into its transatlantic flight from Georgia to Spain on Friday when the pilot asked to come back because of a fecal fiasco.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Who are these? This is terrible.
Fecal fiasco, the lesser successful cousin of Lupe.
He insisted on using his name.
This is a biohazard issue, the pilot said to air traffic control. We've had a passenger who's had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta. The identity of the passenger remains a mystery, but the passengers and crew were transferred, and flight DL-194 finally made it to Barcelona at 5:10 p.m. the next day, 8 hours later than scheduled. It is not known if the passenger had the digestive problem, was aboard the plane when it touched down in Spain. An alleged Federal Aviation Authority flight strip was posted on Reddit, which appeared to confirm the situation involved biohazard all over the plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So this story came out and people were like, because we're talking about it, by the time you get this is, like, well, I don't know, almost a week later, but it's the gift that keeps on giving, because this actually just happened a minute ago and people were just like, oh no. And then it was kind of quiet for a day. And then I saw on Twitter, somebody had posted footage of what it looked like on the plane, because people were concerned about the phrase all through the plane. Right? Like, what does that mean, all through the plane? Well, someone posted a quick video clip that they shot of and they mean all through the plane, up the aisle. So that's terrible. I just feel bad. That's terrible. And I feel bad for that person. Yikes. Right? And I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk too much shit about the person, right? Because the thing is, everything's going to fail you. As you get older, things start failing, right? Or maybe earlier in your life, you were someone who had a hard time keeping it together. Or you get drunk and suddenly but I imagine, like, just what does your is there not a pain first?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a pain first. So unless they were already up in the air before you felt that pain, like a serious stomach cramp, like how, I don't know. I'm not wondering how this could happen. This could happen in many ways, but it just makes me sad.
I mean, a few things. Like, one, maybe I'm alone in this. No one else changes their diet before a flight.
Speak on it. Who's eating like? Well, no, because I see people come on the plane after stopping at Popeyes, airport Popeyes.
That's madness.
And carrying that shit on the plane. And I'm like, look, we only have an hour and 40 minutes together, but I'm going to need you to tighten up.
Yo.
You want to eat this Popeyes on this plane? I know what Popeyes does to me. What do you know? Yeah, I feel like you should just be eating bread until you land.
Straight up. Like,
also, what a long flight. Yeah, but you're right. I mean, I'm about to go in a different direction, but yes, you're right. Do you not?
Yeah, you got to pivot. Like, understand the situation. Understand what your outs are. There's significantly less of them here.
Right.
You're part of a community,
Yes.
for a short-lived community, but you're there. There's other people involved. Be a human, be part of the human race.
Right. But what if it was like an illness? That's why I think there must have been like a stomach cramp.
And I get that. Sort. But then there should have been nothing left 24 hours ago for like the fecal aspect. It could, I mean, yeah.
If it's the beginning, if you catch it at the beginning. I mean, not to share too much, but I recently had diarrhea in a way that I was just like, oh, this ain't right. Like, this is not good. But it also, there was a lot of brown in that video clip.
Yeah, like that was.
And I feel like, and I'm like, that's the beginning of your journey. Because if it's bad enough, at a certain point, it's literally just water coming out of your ass. I'm so sorry to anybody who's. Spoiler alert, this is going to get real yucky. Maybe we should put that in the. Anywho.
People listening to this during lunch, you know?
Yeah,
my bad.
we'll put it in the write-up. Of course, you're already in it now, but you saw it in the write-up. You knew what it was. So, so that means like it must have struck the person like kind of out of nowhere. But you know, that's I am also just trying to afford this person some grace because I'm sure they felt terrible. But also, doing that on a plane, y'all, you gotta be stuck on this plane. It smells like literal shit. You can't get out of your seats because you're gonna step in literal shit.
Yo,
what a nightmare!
I can't imagine that shit. Like
a fart will throw everything into disarray on a plane.
How bad must it smell that like 2 hours in they were like, I would rather turn back.
I mean,
and they were only 2 hours more.
They probably started to turn back like immediately, which means I guess they weren't too far out from Atlanta. Like you can't, once there's that much shit coming out of a person and they're trying to run down the yacht, you can't land in the ocean. You got to go back.
You gonna power through?
You can't do that. That's a long fucking, you have to turn back around.
Oh, man.
And then I would hope that they took that plane out of commission, but then I fell into a whole Twitter rabbit hole of people who are just like, nah, they just kind of pray over it and put a little Febreze on it and they keep it stepping. And and then you think about times you've gotten on planes and there are crumbs everywhere, or you're like, oh, someone clearly vomited here and they didn't clean it out. You know what I mean? Like they got a quick turnaround time. This is why one of the many reasons I'm realizing now that I recommend leaving on the first thing smoking, leave the first plane.
Yup.
Because then you don't get one. I mean, if you get one that was already flying, there's been enough hours for them to get that shit clean. Now you can go.
Yo, you don't know if your plane been shitted on, B.
You're right. Exactly. And they, especially if it's so bad that I hope they took that plane out of commission, or at least just, I hope so.
They like cleaned it up, but it flew later that day.
Oh, see, that's
straight up. It was right back out there, baby. You know
what I mean? If by clean it up, they mean tore up all that carpet and replace seats. Okay. But I feel like that's not what they meant.
Yeah, they hose that shit down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can hose it down, but I need a shop vac. I need you to suck some of that up. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Great. Fantastic.
2 days before, do a high fiber diet, get everything out. The day before,
block it up with cheese.
Straight up. And that's my strategy day of. I don't want nothing coming out once I'm in. You know?
I mean, if cheese blocks you up, if it actually makes it worse, don't do that.
Yeah, no,
bread will always stop you
safe.
Up.
Yeah, exactly.
Bread is very safe. So
real talk.
Do that.
Do a turkey sandwich on a super like thick piece of bread. I'm not, and to be clear, these are not enjoyable meals.
No, they're not great, but the turkey will help you go to sleep.
Yeah. You get through the flight, you take a nap.
For everyone else who has to fly, just stop trying to look cute. But just wear things that you can, when you get to your destination, you can clean quickly, because you're going to be covered in germs. Yuck. Yuck.
Oh man, good luck to that dude, or whoever it was that was sick.
Yeah. Also, I was talking with my roommate about this the other night, and I just kept using she pronouns, and he was like, I don't think they said if it was a woman. And I was like, oh, well, I think it's a woman. I don't know. I think it's a woman. I think a woman did this. I'm sorry, sisters. But I'm not saying this sounds like our handiwork, but for whatever reason, like this feels like a thing that a woman would do, because a woman would be like, I don't want to get up and shit. I can't shit on an airplane. You know what I mean?
See,
I'll just hold it and then end up spraying it behind you when it's too late.
See, I thought it was a woman because if her stomach was hurting the day before, she would have like powered through it differently. Like, I feel like when there's certain pains that like men are extra soft about. and diarrhea is
damn
one of
near
them.
all of them.
Yeah, real talk. Like, I'm being full on about it. Like, if my stomach hurt, I'm the softest dude in this house. I'll be, oh my God, I'm so dramatic. You know, so this dude had a stomach ache that was diarrhea worthy. I promise you, the day before, he was like making all the calls. Yo, I can't go. I might die. You know what I mean? Like, he was like so extra. You know what I mean? There's no way that like he did that. So yeah, I thought it was a woman because of that. But just in general, I don't like blaming women. So it's still a dude in my head.
So still, I'll blame whomever. I don't give a fuck in that regard.
You know what's food I find safe, by the way, and in the airports? I'm real pro on the wraps from there's like this fridge, Farmer's Fresh.
No.
No,
I don't trust any. Those for me have the same reaction as when I get a sandwich from a bodega, which is to say it's an instant colon blow. My stomach is in knots and I can't handle it. Yeah, I can't. Every time I try to eat a sandwich from a bodega deli, it fucks me up. So, and those the kind where you peel back the thing and it's I can't do it. I would just give me 3 dinner rolls and a fucking bottle of ginger ale, and I'm gonna thug it out. I'm gonna make it work.
There you go. I do water only, but I'll get a Farmer's Fresh if I'm doing a stop. I'll get it at the second one.
Okay.
You know, I was like, I need some protein now.
Right.
But first flight, I'm just water. Like, I haven't had food in 18 hours. I'm gonna sweat this out. I don't even want to get up to pee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will eat like either a bagel or an English muffin before I get on the flight and just let that light butter, because sometimes if there's too much butter, there's a problem there. It does greased up everything, and now everybody wants to be out of me. So, you know.
Now, I mean, develop better strategies, baby. Stop shitting on planes.
Absolutely. Better
it's not
strategies.
That hard, baby. We adults, yo. Come on. That's the only way this story should have happened. Baby shitted on plane. Cool.
I mean, I don't want anyone to shit on a plane.
Yeah, no one should.
I see how it happens. I mean, look, I've been next to people who vomited on planes, and one little boy who just didn't have a bag ready. And we hit a little turbulence and he was already a little scared and he just barfed all over himself. And I asked for paper towels and helped clean him up.
Yeah.
And then use my own lotion to kind of put it on him so he wouldn't smell like vomit. Like, I'm doing nursing
nice
work. Yeah, I am. And his guardian was a row ahead of us, the seat in front of him, who was just like, hey, you all right back there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm raising your kid.
Yo, you good?
Yeah, you good. I was just like, give me a fucking break. So, I know it gets hairy up there and you're already scared. And even that alone, but I don't know. It's tough. Like, it's gross, and everyone be careful and fucking travel in a hazmat suit if you have to, but also plug your shit up with some bread. Like, everybody across the whole thing, let's just tighten up. Tear up the fucking carpet or get a shop vac. I need to see your wet vacs, Delta. I need to see I need a whole crew of wet vacs just standing, just waiting. Just standing, just meeting us at the gate.
Is this a breakup worthy offense? I don't know I don't think my marriage could survive this.
Ooh, that's a very good question.
Real talk. If I shitted on a plane with Gabby there and they had to return back to the and then she got to tell people why we not in fucking Spain. Oh, Gastor shitted on himself. I know, and I love Gabby. I don't know if I got that kind of empathy in me. You shut the plane down, shorty. You shitted on yourself, and they had to turn back. Yo, real talk. I don't know. I don't know a lot of marriages.
If a marriage could take this.
Yo, that's I straight up. That's my baby. Yo, 14 years. That's my shorty, my ride or die. But I don't know. That's you shit on yourself on a plane and we gotta go home. I already put in my 2 weeks. And the vacation got shut down because you shitted on yourself? Yo, and I got to tell my, I was already posting on Instagram.
Right.
Yo, and everybody gonna know, yo, why ain't you in Spain? Yo, you don't even know, my G.
All right, so what if now the plane did turn around and go and they all got there like 8 hours late? Would you?
If we get there, I'll give you grace. But
do you think the person who shitted on the plane got back on that plane and went out to Barcelona?
Nah, I think they went back to Barcelona, but not on that flight.
Not on that flight. You think they're like
the whole crew's mad at you, yo? Who? Yo, on principle, the other passengers.
I'm gonna take another flight. I'll catch the next one. I'll catch the next one.
Yo, on principle, yo. If I see that person on the line, nah, we fighting. As soon as that freaking lady at the airport says all passengers with this, if I see you stand up, like, yo, we swinging. Like, the hell you getting on this flight? You were out of your mind, baby.
Yeah, I imagine the other passengers actually took care of that before it even got to a gate agent or a flight attendant. Just like, no, they don't get on.
Not allowed. They talked about that on the flight back, the whole way back. They're like, yo, and I don't want to see this person.
Hey, nope, we're in agreement. No to this one.
Low key. Might be lucky if I let you on Delta again. Real talk. The nerve of you, yo. Ruining my Delta Plus experience.
Oh my God.
In other news, life or death, AI generated mushroom foraging books are all over Instagram. A genre of AI generated books on Amazon is scaring foragers and mycologists. The cookbooks and identification guides for mushrooms aimed at beginners. Amazon has an AI generated book problem that's been documented by journalists over the past few months. But these in particular place people in danger because they might be eating the wrong mushrooms.
Every mushroom is the wrong mushroom.
Yo, shouts to Shao with the shortest AI mushroom foraging book ever.
Every mushroom is the wrong mushroom. The end. You can look you can look if you want to. That's my AI generated mushroom foraging book.
Yo, shot on God. Yo, the next week that I have so little to do, I promise you I'm gonna make that book for you, yo. You'll see me on Fiverr getting somebody to make the artwork. That's gonna be our first digital piece of merch. You know what I mean? Cop Shalewa's mushroom foraging book, 1 page. You know what I mean?
It's more of a booklet. It's a pamphlet, really. It's more of a a note card.
It's a flyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really.
AI generated books. Oh man, I love it. Yeah, man. Stop killing people. Stop eating mushrooms. That's the general consensus.
I mean, I guess I've officially gone on record here. I guess, judging by some of the feedback, some people are like, "Oh wow, Shalewa really doesn't like mushrooms." I don't. But especially because, and I may have mentioned this before, because they're poison. Each one could be poisonous. So the idea of just going out to look at is insane. And so just don't get AI involved in this. AI's got enough problems. You know what I mean?
Trying. Real talk. Like, yo, if you blame the computer because you picked the wrong mushroom, really? Come on, B. That's on you. You trusted
there's more going on with you than just your tummy hurts from eating a poisonous mushroom.
Real talk. You know, I promise you that AI never picked its own mushroom. Okay?
Never.
Not once.
At no point did that robot go out there and pick a mushroom.
Take ownership of your problems, okay?
Yes.
Now, I mean, they got food inside in fridges all over the place. Stop bringing mushrooms into them, okay? In other news, they tried to stop the New York City rats from having babies, and they failed. That's right. It's a war on the rats in New York City. New York City has tried to poison the rats, reducing the amount of time garbage bags sit on the streets, and even bombed boroughs with dry rice. But when officials tried to prevent rats from having babies in Bryant Park, they failed. In April, Bryant Park Corporation purchased 24 contrapest bait stations with a liquid contraceptive from Arizona-based Senes Tech for about $3,000. Fruendent, the CEO of the company that sells the item, said his product has worked for clients like Santa Clara County in California, as well as Miami and Los Angeles zoos. But the operators of the Midtown Green Space said the contraceptives were no match for New York City's rats. The pilot ran for about a month and a half, but was unsuccessful, said Joe Carella, the spokesperson for Bryant Park. We are looking into other contraceptive products or forms of administrating the contraceptives and may do another trial in the future. Kathleen Karate, Mayor Eric Adams' rat czar, said during a July 25th community meeting that rats must eat a significant amount of the contraceptive-laced bait to become infertile, but that's a hard sell given how much garbage lines the city streets. If the garbage is available, it's very challenging to get them to eat something else. We're always exploring ways that we can do this better, more efficiently, and less harm overall.
Yeah, okay. A couple of things. One, humans forget to take their birth control pills. I don't know how you're going to get a rat to take them. So there's that. Good luck with that.
Real
Two, if the problem is that there's trash on our streets that will lure the rats away from contraception, I think the way you could fix that is the way that you can kind of begin to fix the rat problem in New York, and that is put the trash in a fucking dumpster. Put the trash in dumpsters.
Real talk.
Quit taking the bags and put them on the sidewalks. Look here, do you understand? I now walk through the middle of the street to keep from having rats run up on me on the sidewalk. I do that now. Just country bumpkin style. I might as well take my shoes off, walking through the middle of the goddamn street. Buses going by like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't know. I feel better if the street, I feel like if it darts past me, it may get hit. I don't know, but it gives me more space. I'm not as enclosed. You know what I mean? When you're on the sidewalk and there's a building on one side of you or bags of trash and cars and trees.
Yeah.
Like when the rats get to darting, you feel like you have no place to go. But if you're in the street, there's more room around you. So you have more, you can zigzag. You can grapevine your way down the street and outrun these rats. Look, this is what I'm doing. Put the trash in dumpsters. Now you don't have the rats eating the trash, and you can give them all the birth control you want.
That's it.
Although I will say, I don't know if you saw this tweet. There was a tweet of these rat, like a grate, like a sewer grate.
Yeah,
and there were a couple. Yeah, there were like rats coming out of like the first row of like little baby ones, probably.
Yeah,
kind of the first row of holes. Just kind of looking at something. It looked like there was some commotion down the street, and they were all looking up like, what's happening here? And then more rats started to, like, there were two rat heads coming out of a hole. There were, admittedly, it was a lot of rats coming out of this little grate, like just sticking their heads out. But it looked cute. And I'm like, as long as y'all stay down there,
we good.
I'm not going down there. That's y'all's. You can have that. And if you want to peek up to see what all the hubbub is about, and it's probably just the West Indian Day Parade, I get it.
Yo, don't blame you.
Stay down there. Now, if you're going to come out scurrying, all I can do is shake my keys and yell at them. So,
like low key, like I wish we could negotiate. Like, yo, I'll send the food down to you.
Like, yeah.
Just stay down. Yeah, real talk.
We'll lower a bag. You guys take it. Do whatever you need to do with it. But like, just stay.
Just stay there. That's it. You build money.
Yeah.
I ain't seen a Ninja Turtle in years. Okay, they know their place.
Yes, exactly.
You do the same thing.
Yeah. So I don't I'm serious about the dumpsters. Y'all, New York just keeps acting like I don't know. There's nothing we could do. And then, we're starting a pilot thing where we're going to have like these large canisters that lock, and we'll put the trash bags in there and we'll put them on a certain part of the street. It's revolutionary. And I'm like, dumpsters? Y'all revolutionize dumpsters the way everybody else has been doing it? And instead you got me walking down the middle of the street.
Yo, I knew like the thing that really bothers me with the sidewalk thing is because like it made me hyper aware of how little I own. You know, because like I own my building, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, granted, not most of it. The bank owns a part of it. You know,
right?
And I see my neighbors; they think they own their buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And then we put the trash out, and I see mice come from the building side of the block to go get their food. Like, oh, y'all moving it today? Okay, we'll go get that. And then they go back.
Yeah.
You know, like they live where we live. You know, like they own the city. It just is what it is. We got to accept it.
Generational. They've been there much longer.
Way longer. More generations.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? I feel like at some point, it's sad to say we really got to like Trojan horse Amsterdam and shit. Like, you know, like how like in The Wire they had like Amsterdam, we got to do that. Like, just give the mice a block. Like every 4 blocks, 1 block, just talk, mice, this is your rats, this is your block.
Just let them have it.
Dude, yeah, you own it. We don't throw all the garbage here. That's your block.
I mean, if there's a way to do that, and it means that they will go and not just travel the other way. I don't want some like antisocial rat to go walking off like like David Banner or whatever, just walking off and trying to hitchhike or some shit just because it doesn't want to be around the other rats. I need all of them to be on that block. I need
rat anti-hero.
Yes, the rat anti-hero. Just a rat with a bindle walking away.
Like, I don't do society. Nah, I mean, I don't do
I mean, I can respect it, but please don't be in my yard.
Finally.
Like, be antisocial somewhere else.
I'm really just picturing like a rat with like freaking like goth on. Like, I don't got no friends. I listen to weird music, you know. I wear all my hairs down. I like it. Real talk.
Yep. No new friends.
Finally, we have tourists in Benidorm have been warned about piranha-style fish after a number of attacks in Alicante, one of Benidorm's most famous beaches. Poniente has become a hotspot for bites. On some days, first aiders have seen more than 15 people seeking help, according to the Spanish newspaper Información. Oblada's fish are reportedly attracted by warts, moles, and small wounds on the skin, especially on older people. Their bite can draw blood and leave teeth marks on people's legs, arms, and backs.
Oh my God.
They coming at y'all, baby. Those that have been attacked say the fish are around 30 centimeters long and easily identified by black spots on their tail. Swimmers are also being advised not to go in the sea with jewelry that shines, as this can lead to attacks from other species like pomfrets, gopherfish, or bluefish. Why are the fish attacking people on the beach? Experts have warned that the higher water temperatures could be behind the rise in attacks.
What I tell you, all these motherfuckers is hot and they irritable.
Real talk.
And it's do the right thing down there.
Yeah, straight up. It's the same thing. When it's hot on the street, more things
That's
happen.
right. And everybody's like, oh, it's going to be a crazy summer. It's so hot. And everybody starts acting up. That's what's happening. These fish are done.
Real talk. You can't thug it with a scarf on, okay? Fish are the same way. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Of course. It's funny, you talk about global warming, but no one's really gotten into the details that I've seen because I'm never looking. but yeah, this totally makes sense. The high water trend. Now I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's because it's hot in a way that it's never been before. And these fish are like, what the fuck? And it's our fault. So yes, attack us. Look, as someone who's not planning on being in water anytime soon anyway, get us good. Get us. We did this, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, so while we was by the beach in North Carolina last week, Gabby got stung by a jellyfish, and she came inside. She said, "Oh, it hurts. What do I do?" And I was like, "Yo, you got to own that. Like, I had so little empathy, not because she didn't deserve it, but because we had been covering so much like news of people getting hurt by fish. And like, she was like, I feel like you're not helping enough. I was like, you haven't been reading the articles I've been reading. Okay. Like, they deserve that space, honey. You went on the beach. I told you to stay on the sand. And they got you. Okay. But that's their space. And then it took me a while to realize, yeah, this is fucked up. I gotta help. But
so then did you go pee on it?
No, they told me not to. They said that's not as much of a thing as it actually is.
Oh, that's just someone's fetish?
Yeah, someone just really got into that idea.
Somebody just out here in water sports like, pee on it.
Yo, real talk, that is not a thing. They were like,
no, that's been plot points in sitcoms, and it's just one guy's fetish. Oh, man.
We called the local the EMT station, and they was like, nah, don't do that. We got to keep telling people not to do that. It's they were so adamant. They're like, don't pee on it. He even led with that. Now that I'm thinking about it, like,
yeah,
I didn't even like
you hadn't peed on it yet, have you?
Yo, he was like, don't pee on it. I know you've heard that. Don't do it. I was like, okay. Oh my God. He's like, people got confused. He's like, if there's no blisters, you are supposed to put warm water on it, and that's where the confusion started.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like, but peeing it's nasty, so it's not gonna. It might lead to like infection and shit. It's not gonna help. So yeah. Fun fact, and y'all learning something. Look, I'm nature ready already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're something, all right.
Straight up.
one week on a beach during a hurricane, and this guy
out here,
thinks
baby.
He's Steve Irwin or something.
Yo,
thinks he's Jack Hanna with the facts.
If you would like to read copies of Gastor's new Nature Survival Guide, okay?
Oh, Lord.
All you gotta do is subscribe to the show, baby. If you are an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't see the vision, okay? I can help you in all types of environments in nature, okay? How to survive deadly spoiled meat attacks at your corner store. How to tell which milk is past due, you know?
Right.
When is it really spoiled versus what the date says, you know?
Sure.
I could do that for you.
He sounds to me like he's trying to kill you, but that's just me.
5 stars. You understand these are vital things that you will encounter in nature, okay? I'll also teach you how to deal with certain animals, admittedly very limited animals. Ants, roaches. I saw a firefly last week, some butterflies.
Right, sure, yes.
You know, and pit bulls.
Right.
That's my range, you know. It'll be one page chapter for all of those animals at once.
Yes, okay.
I'll cover it, you know.
That's also where you'll be able to find my mushroom advice.
It's a bundle deal, you know. You get both books.
Yes. Both books, 2 pages. Both books, 2 pages total.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo, at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to Bishop, Murray Cox, Winnie Locke, and Cynthia Butler. Always appreciate the articles being submitted in by the troops and correspondents. With all that said, I am the nature boy, Gastor Almonte, not Ric Flair. Woo! You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. I went Nat King Cole. That's terrible. There's the problem. What on earth? Talk about 2 different worlds.
Neither of them actually in nature, by the way. With my emergency contact when I die from following my own advice, Shalewa Sharpe.
Yep, I'm the one.
This has been a dangerous episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.